Hi, my name is Brandy Neal, and today I'm going to be playing through my level. Let me open up the build. Okay. Okay, to load. My level is called Traps. So to start the level, the players met with a few traps. These traps do damage to the player if they come into contact with them. So if I accidentally walk into it, it'll hurt me. It's kind of meant for the player to just move around it. With these traps here, they will one-shot the player if they come into contact with them. So to get around that, there's there's a lever here, and when you pull this lever, it's 10 seconds before the trap resets. So if you wait 10 seconds and you turn around, the trap resets, which also acts like a sort of gate so the player can't go back to certain areas. If you look in the top left corner, you can see the objectives of the level. First you need to find the key cards and then collect the enemy intel. So here you are met with the first key card, which will bring you to the right side. In here you have a few more traps. To disable these traps, the player can go this way. After they get past this, standing on this pressure pad will stop one of the traps. So now when the player goes back, they can now go through there, and there's just a health pickup back there that they can grab. Over here you are met with one of the lever traps. So you have to disable it. For 10 seconds you can pass through, and then after 10 seconds it'll reset itself. So now in this room, after killing all these enemies, you have a few pickups here that you can grab, and you'll also find a blue key card, which will take you through the left side of the map. So because this trap resets, you have to use another lever. That'll pull it down for 10 more seconds so you can get back through and go to the next room. Inside here, you're met with the new lever. As you can see, the pressure pad is on the other side. So what this lever does, it just spawns a box on top of it. So it will now stop this trap from moving. So now you can... come over here and grab this health pickup, and now you have to disable the traps in the hallway. So you can press this lever, and you only have 10 seconds to make it through. So once you're through, you enter this new room, which will have more enemies and the last key to the boss room. Once all the enemies are dead, you will have the final key, which is the purple key, And as you can see that as we've been collecting key cards, the objectives has been updating. So now you have the final key card and you can now enter the pink room. So to get back to this trap, you have to disable it again. Just head back out. So now going into this door, pick up, you will into the final boss room where the intel will be held. The enemies are dead, you can now go through this door over here where you'll find the enemy intel and the level will end. After the level is over, you return back to the ship where you can then pick the next level that you want to go to. That is the end of my level, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Christopher Sherman, and I am part of Shadowfall Studios, and I will be showing you our game Eclypse and the level that I made this week in it. Instead of start off, I'll show you it launching from the editor. All right, and then while that launches, I use Zoom to launch the game from Perforce, and then I'm going to switch over to the game bar just because the game bar can't really record files, and then Zoom is really laggy in gameplay, so I'm going to switch over to the game bar once this loads. All right, then we go ahead and switch over. All right, and now I'll go ahead and start my level. My level is the Robot Factory. And so the idea of the level is that it's an abandoned robot manufacturing plant, and it's been overrun and is in ruin. And so the player has to navigate the ruined factory on a mission to get this mini robot. And throughout the factory, you can use the mini robot to progress level through going under rubble, through air vents, and raising bridges, opening doors that the player could not otherwise get through without the robot. Take those guys out. And so first here, the thing that'll grab your attention is this gate. We don't have the key, so we can't quite get through. But up here, let's see if I can avoid that guy for now. Up here we have the mini robot. You can see him sitting right there. And you'll also notice that there's some abandoned rubble here. We can't get through it, even if we crouch, we can't get through it. So we're gonna need to find a way to get through there. So the only door that we can go through right now is the electrical. There's also a closed door up here. Can't get through that now, so all we can do is go through electrical. And this area looks like there's some exposed wires. And if we go through there, we will take a decent chunk of damage. So we gotta do a little platforming segment right here and take out these turrets on the way. And acquire that key card. Platform back. And now we can go ahead and open up that door. Go ahead. Take this guy out. And we can see press V to switch between characters. And now we can go through this area. So we can press that button there. And now our entry gate is open. Sneak by these guys. That robot can't see me. Dip into the air vent here. And open up this bridge. And that will let the player, the main character, cross over the water with wires in it. And then going a little bit further. Got an area with a bunch of enemies, but my robot can sneak through them. And then we can dip into here. Open this up. And that will open up this last gate here that the player character can progress through. The initial goal was to have it so you could switch back and forth between the player and the robot at all times, but that ended up kind of breaking the first portion of the level, so I made it so you had to be within proximity of the robot or the player to switch back and forth. Led to a little bit of backtracking, but it's not much of a problem. So now we can go back up here. Hop back out to our guy. Take that guy out. And those two enemies. Got the invincibility upgrade right now, so we'll rush in here. Take them out. We are cleared. We can head through this door that the robot opened earlier. And we're good. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed checking it out. And yeah, I hope to do some more work on this one. I really enjoyed it, and it's something that I had never done before. So, thanks.
Hello and welcome to my sprint review for Shadowfall Games Eclypse and my level, Everything is Dead. So get the game opened up here from Perforce. Sit through the splash screens to get to the main menu. Alright, so once we're on the main menu, I have everybody's level here to open up from the level select. Mine is level 2, Everything is Dead. So we'll get started from there. Alright, so once you're in the level, the main mechanic for this level is the grenade launcher. So when you step forward, first they'll give you a little bit of dialogue, that's for story purposes, but that's more for later on. But secondly, they'll give you a little tutorial for how to fire the grenade launcher. So once you pick it up, press the F key to fire, and be careful not to blow yourself up. This game is set in very tight quarters, so throwing explosive rounds into tight corridors can really do some damage to yourself and your enemies. the grenade launcher is definitely going to be the main weapon you want to use against the zombies because they take a lot of damage to kill with regular ammo. Alright, so as you can see here, the level is blocked off. Can't get through here. So, to fix that, I'll show you what I did. So, the second mechanic I created was destructible walls. So for if you're ever in an area where you can't get through, look for a wall that looks like it's got a crack in it, and it'll destroy when you shoot a grenade at it. See now, almost got me. Alright, so now you can see that I'm on the other side of that wreckage where I couldn't get through before. A bit of a collision issue with the grenade there. Make sure we get that fixed. So these turrets, they'll really shred you if you don't catch them before they catch you. So for that, I added in health pickups to make sure we can get that health back. There. So this area has a lot of zombies, so you want to try and take advantage of that splash damage as best you can. If you can get them grouped together, that's the best way to take care of them because one grenade will kill them all. Fortunately, they tend to be taken to the nav mesh in different directions, so it's not easy to group them together. But zombies are wanderers, so that's what they do. They wander. So here you see you got another blocked path, only this one is a drop down. So I also made it so that if you drop into that hole, you'll die. I need to lower the count on these destructible walls because they tend to eat up a lot of resources and really bog down the game when they blow up. It also seems to affect the collision with the grenades. There we go. I took a couple of shots, but see, it tends to slow down the game a little bit, so I'll definitely have to make it so the walls break into less pieces. Yeah, see if you get two of them with the grenade, then it's a little bit better. See, I have noticed that when the game slows down like that, it tends to make the grenade want to clip through things, and that's not good. So that's definitely something I'm going to look into and fix as soon as possible. It almost forced me to get myself in that explosion. get me. Like I said, zombies can be killed with a regular bullet, but it's a little more difficult with that. So, moving right along, tried to make the level a good length to where it's not overly long, but not overly short either. My grenades just do not want to fire off. Alright, that guy was out to get me. So I definitely need to fix the issues with the grenades because when the game slows down like that, it makes it very hard to get the grenades to work. Now that there's a lot less zombies around, it seems to be speeding back up a little bit, which is good. But it's just not easy getting through that middle part with it having all those issues. But we'll get to this here. Alright, so this door is locked and you can't get through. So, look for a destructible wall. When all else fails, blow something up. Of course, somebody wants to blow. There. See, blows up eventually. So, select the yellow key card. Yeah, and there you have it. You reach the end boss. Again, this is just for story purposes, so it's really for later on, but I figured I'd give you a chance to read it. So he turns himself off. Computer glows down to nothing, and there's your windscreen. So that's my level. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again next week for another level.
Hello, my name is Michael Roberts. This is a playthrough of my level, which is going to be Sinful Tech Warehouse. Just going to get over to that level here real quick. Next page. Okay. So here's my level. It is still incredibly rough. I have a lot of work to do on it. It is going to be a warehouse style. So the idea is to have a lot of small rooms. Here we're going to have some traps and stuff. Again, still very rough. So this is going to be your trap identifier, just the double cones on the side. We're going to have quite a few kind of dead ends for you to mill about. There'll be different things in there for you to do. Pick up power-ups, locate NPCs. Some of the rooms will have enemies for you to fight. This hallway will have a trap system for you to kind of dodge through. That'll have lasers that you have to run through. So you'll have to watch out for that. Same thing here. I want to have a couple kind of laser traps that you have to work with. This will act as kind of a safe space, and then you'll go through a second gauntlet. And then we've got moving our way through here. And I do want to have a mini map in here so that you can kind of see what you're doing. We'll have some more enemies in here. Again, this is very rough. I had a lot of issues this week, so was unable to get done as much as I wanted. And then this will be the final boss room. It looks like we have a bug also with the boss not being able to die. So we'll have to take a look at that once we're done. But that is my level. Thank you very much for watching.
Hello, my name is Nicholas, and I will be showing you my level prototype and the mechanic I made for it, the nano bridge. We'll select my level, the nano bridge, level 4, and we shall begin. Right here, you'll go up to the cave door. It should open. And when you go up against this bridge, it is going to defeat the enemies. And the bridge will assemble. That is the mechanic. After you defeat all the enemies, the bridge will assemble. And you will continue on. And you will be faced with enemies. To defeat these enemies, you'll have your health pickups to heal yourself. And from here you have a little room you can go into for adrenaline and health pickups. And you need to go the other way to progress on the right, which this is the path that leads to the right. And you will go up to the bridge. It will say defeat the enemies. And you've defeated all the enemies. The first bridge was the introduction to the mechanic, and this bridge is the practicing part. And you will be faced with even more onslaught of Need an adrenaline to take on this part. So we cannot progress on because one of the enemies had an issue dying. So I am going to restart and get back to that point. Same logic still applies to the mechanic of the bridge. Should just heal myself right there. Defeat the enemy. That is the practice bridge. Okay, we're gonna need this adrenaline. Got all about that. Okay, this should be the master bridge where you've mastered okay, activated adrenaline. The bridge has a symbol. And you get one chance to heal before you fight the boss. And that concludes this level prototype and the mechanic.
Hi, I'm Scott Ruett, and this is my sprint review for the first sprint of GSI. This will get stitched together with a number of other videos, although you're aware of that. This, I'm just showing you that it's launching from a packaged build. So we can select levels. My level is at the 7th slam jam. Start from the beginning. The player is in a room. From this room, the player can't leave, they can't exit unless they use the slam ability. This performs a very, very large explosion with sounds and what have you, and knocks physics objects away. Those enemies, if you don't perform the slam, which does AoE damage and does more damage at the center of the ability, will kill you. You can't kill that group of enemies fast enough. And then all enemies have to die for a key to appear. Use this key. You're presented with a platform. This does something when it's pressed down. A physics object locked onto the platform frees open this door and leads to a boss fight. That boss has enough health that you need to use the slam to defeat them. If you just try to shoot them without using any of your mechanics at all, you'll lose. Killing that boss creates one last key that you can use to open the door. That leads to a explosion of confetti that is the level exit for this level. This level exit takes you back to the main menu. So, thank you.